Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, whenever you might be listening to this. This is the Buzz Bucks Podcast.
Playoffs round two.
Round two. I'm Bert,
I'm Clay.
and we are here. Yeah, as Clay said, for round two, week two of round two. I guess technically, because last week was
Oh
only
yeah.
partially round two, so whatever. But we're into it. One of the series is over already.
Already.
Two rounds in a row.
Been real quick.
Yeah, but before we get into all of that, oh, and we have some season wrap ups that we're gonna do this week too.
Yep.
So we'll do that after we get through the playoff games. But
Yeah.
before we do any and all of that, Clay, what are you drinking?
I am drinking Hamburg Brewing Company's Louis IPA. It's their flagship IPA, 6.9%. Read the description a little bit because I find it interesting. It's like a flagship IPA features bouquet of citrus aromas, soft mouthfeel, and righteous amount of hop flavor in every drop. And I have to say, it does have a soft mouthfeel.
All right.
It's
Okay.
weird. Like it,
Hmm. Interesting.
I didn't. I thought that it had a weird like feel of the mouth,
Hmm.
and I've had four of these already.
Oh my
And I
god.
finally looked at the side of the can,
You
and
had
it
four
said that.
before we started today?
No,
Oh,
over the
okay.
course of the week,
I was like, you told me you were doing errands before this.
I have been.
It would have just been funny if you were lying and you were just sitting at
just,
your computer
just
drinking, not talking to
day
me.
drunk.
I am drinking from our friends over at Two Roads, the Coast Rider American IPA. I decided to get a variety pack of Two
Oh,
Roads,
nice.
so I think I'll probably do Two Roads the next few weeks. And this is one of them.
Oh, well, since they keep losing, I got to go back to Genesee.
Yeah, you might have to keep going back to.
I
You might have to go
I'm gonna
back to
go back to.
Genesee.
I'm buying a 12 pack
Buy
tomorrow.
buy a 30 rack of it. Sabres are gonna win the cup.
On the back of Genesee.
I'm not superstitious, but I am a little
I
stitious.
am stitious.
Yeah.
I am stitious.
All right. Well, there's not too much news this week. I kind of thought we were gonna get some firings out of Edmonton at least, but nothing
That's a
yet.
good point. Yeah.
Nothing yet. That doesn't mean it's not gonna happen, but it just hasn't happened
Well,
yet.
I still commend them for letting things cool off, having trying to go at this with cooler heads.
Sure. That's
That's
fair. That's totally fair.
that
I
is
mean,
fair and commendable.
uh, who's their Nobla, right?
Yeah, Nabla.
I mean, you can make the argument that Nabla has coached them to two straight Stanley Cup finals, but then you can also make the point like, how much was that really him doing that, and how much was it McDavid and Draisaitl doing it?
Also, their defense has been trash for 3 years.
That is true. That is why they
Um,
didn't win either of those Stanley Cups.
yeah, and I mean Woodcroft, I believe was one of them. I don't know how.
Oh,
I
maybe
think
he
not.
was. I don't remember. They do tend to swap
It
coaches
blends.
too quickly. Um,
It blends.
but I wouldn't even say that Nabla is really the main problem. You got to get rid of Stan Bowman. Like,
I mean,
he's
yeah, but
done so many boneheaded things that have just really fucked this team up.
I look. I'm not gonna disagree with that. Dan Bowman, it's only been a year,
True.
and Trent Frederick
Trent
contract
Frederick,
exists.
Tristan
Um,
Jari trade that just didn't really help at all.
that
Like,
was going to be a lateral move at
no, no,
best.
no. But that's what I'm saying.
Um,
Getting Jari in of itself is a lateral move for Stuart Skinner. But remember, they gave up Brett Kulak and a second round pick for it as well.
yeah, well, I don't think he made some good moves at the trade deadline. I just think he's going to
Yeah,
fuck up long term. He's going to ruin your chances long term.
I would agree with that.
I agree with you. He needs to go before the damage gets done. But
I don't think I would let him do this offseason. I really don't. Not after
no,
a disappointing first round exit and McDavid looking like he's a dead man walking and doesn't want to
was-
be there at
oof.
all.
But yeah, I remember they brought Coffee back in as
Mhm.
like in the middle. Coffee left last year on his own, but then he came back halfway through the season, and that upset a lot of him coming back. Upset a lot of people,
Mhm.
or maybe not a lot, but
Well
there was
liked,
rumbling.
well liked gentleman Paul Coffey.
Well, it's just he did help improve the defense. The defense is significantly better last year compared to this year.
Mm.
So they were trying to get that back,
Yeah, yeah.
and a lot of people didn't like him. But it's just like, hey, your defense
You guys-
sucks. So
you guys
like,
suck,
what do you want?
though, so-
Yeah.
You guys are
Uh,
stinking up the joint. So what do you want in this situation?
What do you want? I don't remember if it was players that were upset or assistant coaches that were upset.
I could see the assistant coaches being upset because you're basically saying, well, you're doing a bad job, so we're going to bring this guy in to fix it. And
Yeah,
they were
but they
doing
were.
a bad job,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it's kind of like the truth hurts, right? The truth can
Yeah,
hurt.
it does. It does. So yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
we'll
like,
see. Maybe they won't fire anybody, which I think is the
It's not a
wrong
good move.
call.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I could see them being like, "Oh, Stan Bowman was only here for a year. Let's let him fuck it up more." And
Right.
Nobla, we were in a Stanley Cup
We
final
might
last
have-
year, so
We might have hit as far as we could go.
with
With
Nobla,
Nobla?
yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But it certainly has a grim atmosphere around Edmonton right now, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
All of the awards finalists except GM of the Year has been announced so far. So I think we talked about like half of these already. I think so. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
fly through them here.
We had talked about the Lindsay because Celebrini was on it. The Hart,
Yeah,
so that was-
the
that
Hart
was-
is out now. We did
the Hart, the Norris. That's new.
Hart Norris is new. Lady Bing is new.
No, it was
Selke is new.
that was Selke's new.
Selke's new. Let me just go through them. We'll start with the Hart since that's one of the newer ones. Kucherov, McKinnon, McDavid. Your three
Any
finalists. Any of those make sense?
any single one of them is
Yeah.
completely valid.
I don't know who's gonna get it.
I legitimately don't
I
know
think
who's gonna
might.
get it.
I think it might be McKinnon.
I mean, maybe, but like
he's not up for the Lindsay though. Maybe it's Kucherov. Maybe this year they give it to Kucherov. I mean, he had a fantastic season, obviously. But
right.
I'm just trying
But
to
they
think
all-
of it.
But McDavid, Edmonton didn't win a game in which McDavid doesn't get a point.
Right. I have no argument against McDavid winning it. The only thing I think might happen is
Which is a crazy stat.
yeah. I think the only thing that might happen in opposition to McDavid might be that people are getting tired of him winning it, which is not like correct in any way. It's not objective, but there's a
When-
point where it's just like, okay, let's give it okay, he's
I
won
mean-
it like 4 of the last 5 years or whatever, or I guess not that often, but like he's won it 4 times at this point already in his career.
When
and
you're
it's
the
just like,
best
whatever.
player in the league,
he
when
doesn't
you
care about it.
when you
at this
have
point.
a down year, it's still one of the best in the like.
He
it's
still-
still
He still led
It's still
he still led
heart-worthy.
led the season in points, didn't he? Didn't
right,
he
but
win
it was
the
a
Art Ross?
down year for him. So like,
And of the
I
three of
would-
them, if you took him off of Edmonton, Edmonton's not
They're-
in the playoffs.
they're a lottery team.
Tampa Bay is still
Um,
okay. Colorado is still good without McKinnon, right? Edmonton is terrible without McDavid.
Yeah.
Even with Draisaitl there, that just means everybody will just focus on Draisaitl.
Right.
So without McDavid, Edmonton is trash, and so logically speaking, he should win the MVP.
I agree.
So I'm not going to be mad whoever wins it. Let's just put it that
No,
way.
I will.
I
It's just funny for that. It'd be funny if they, another reason to snub Kucherov.
Kucherov, yeah.
Um,
I mean, at least he's one of
Like-
the finalists this year. What was that? Last year, the year before, that we were coming up on it, and I was like, guaranteed Kucherov's not in it, even though he should have been one of the finalists, and I was correct.
Yes.
Vesna, which
No, it wasn't that. We picked he was a finalist, and we just picked he wasn't going to win it.
we picked he was going to be third. That's what it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we picked he was going to be third. We picked it was him winning the Ross,
Yeah.
but then not winning either the Lindsay.
Yeah. Oh, we were correct. Vesna, we already talked about Sorokin, Swayman, Vasilevsky. I think you could. Let's just reiterate. I think you could make an argument for both Sorokin and Swayman. I think. Vasilevsky is I think third, even though he had a good season.
He led the league in goal save percentage.
Right, but didn't Swayman overtake goals above expeced by the end of the year?
Do.
So Sorokin had like
Sorokin and Swayman both are above Vasilevsky.
No, but I think Swayman was number one, correct?
Swayman was 2. Thompson was number
1.
Oh,
Oh, that's what it was. Oh, that's right, because Thompson getting snubbed is kind of shitty. I don't know. I think they'll probably just give it to Sorokin because he had a really great first 3 quarters of the season where like him and Schaefer were really the only reason the Islanders were anywhere near the playoffs because otherwise they were terrible.
Swayman's a big reason.
You're right.
Made the playoffs.
So between the two of them, it's going to be one of the two of them. I don't know which.
I think I'd be surprised if Vasilevsky.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be Vazzy, but I could be wrong.
Yeah.
The Norris. This is a new one. Dahlin, who I didn't think was going to be one of the finalists.
I didn't think was going to be one of the
Makar and Werenski. I don't know who's going to win this. Honestly, it might be Dahlin.
I don't know. It might be Dahlin, but it might be Werenski.
They might give it to Werenski, just kind of give him a bone, you know, because he's been such a stalwart defenseman on Columbus for his entire career.
Yes, but also Werenski was second in the league in points for a defenseman.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Makar is third. Dahlin is sixth.
Who's number one? Hughes? Oh no,
Bouchard.
It was Bouchard, right?
Yeah. So there's a lot of like I think it was very rough. I think there's you could make the argument there were 6 defensemen who should be on this list and who could be a finalist and yeah.
True.
I don't know.
Who's the other 3 in your mind? I would guess Hughes and Bouchard. Who's
Hudson?
Oh, duh. Yeah, Hudson.
Yeah.
I think it might be Dahlin. After I saw that nomination, I was like, you know what? He's kind of
Dahlin or Werenski, in my opinion.
I think Makar's just kind of there as name recognition.
I think so. He didn't have a particularly good year.
No, I mean, but
for him,
it was still
for
good.
him.
Yeah, for him.
I mean, again, still third in the league in points for defensemen.
But Dahlin, the captain, leading Buffalo to their first playoffs in 15 years, their first first playoff series win in almost 20 years.
Yep.
I mean, he's good all around. Like he's good offense, he's good defense. You know.
He's been there since they got drafted in 18.
Yeah. So it could be Dahlin.
It could be him. And also like Makar's production when he is not on the ice with McKinnon craters.
Yeah.
And I think that's
always interesting.
I think that needs to be said.
Yeah, it's always interesting to be like, whoa, this guy had so many points, and then it's like, well, yeah, but 75% of the time he's playing with one of the other best players in the league. So
exactly, and like, it should be held against Bouchard too. Like,
well, it's definitely being held against Bouchard because he is not one of the finalists, and there's a lot of Edmonton fans crying online about it. But here's the thing. He's not good at defense. He is good at scoring.
I think he is okay at defense.
Yeah, but he's not like...
when he messes up, it's so loud.
Yeah, it's very,
That's what
very
it is.
noticeable. And
It's so loud when he makes a mistake.
yeah. So
Oh.
that's why he's not a finalist. Like
Mhm.
I'm so sorry. And
Yeah.
we've said this before. Both of us agree there should be separate awards for offensive defenseman, defensive defenseman, and like all around defenseman, right?
Yeah.
Or there could be like a scoring title for defenseman. Bouchard would get that, obviously. But like best
All like
defensive defenseman should be there too. And then
all
Vesna could
around
be
like the
all around.
Lindstrom or whatever.
Yeah,
Um,
well, yeah. I don't know which one the Norris would be, but like all around could be the Lindstrom. The offensive one could be the Bobby Orr, right?
and
Or
then
the
the
Ray Borg. And then the defensive one could
one's
be
the
Norris.
Norris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like I really think they should separate that because we have defensive forward award in the Selkie. Why don't we have
Absolutely.
offensive defenseman one, right? So there should at least be offensive and defensive defenseman
We have
awards.
an
That's it.
MVP award. We have
We
a
have two.
best goalie award. We have
Yeah.
a best goalie award because like the goalie position is the most valuable position. So like
Yeah,
it
if
has
you have
to
a bad
its own
goalie, you're
award.
gonna lose like almost
Yeah.
every game. So
So
yeah,
that's why like it's so rare for a goalie to get the MVPs because they already have their own award.
we say that Connor Hellebuck won it last year, but
Yeah, but again, I was more on the fence about that because
right,
like is it historic? And again, we know goalies are the most valuable
true. I mean, I
player.
think the last time a goalie had won the MVP before that was Luongo. Did Luongo
Yeah.
win it? Yeah. And then before that, I think it was Curtis Joseph. So, and
Oh, I think
that's
it was Price.
oh, you're right. No, yeah. It was Carey Price, and then before Price was Curtis Joseph, back or Hossack or something. I don't remember.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's keep going. The Calder we already talked about. Demidov, Schaefer, Seneca. I think Schaefer will win it. I think.
Schaefer, it's either Schaefer or Seneca for 1, and then Demidov is 3.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Again, the fact that they're finalists means they had fantastic seasons.
That is true.
I think it's going to be Schaefer because he was the number one pick. He had 23 goals as a defenseman. That's pretty fucking good, you know.
Mhm.
That not as a rookie, just 23 goals as a defenseman is really good. So
Yes.
I think it'll be Schaefer. The Lindsay, as we talked about already, Celebrini, Kucherov, McDavid. I
Since
don't
this
know.
is voted on by the players, I think
Lindsay
they're going
is
to vote Celebrini.
Lindsay is the players. Might be Celebrini. We'll see.
I think the players will vote for Celebrini.
Because like you,
considering Celebrini just got made Team Canada's captains at Worlds.
they love him. Clearly,
Hey,
they love
hey,
him.
yeah.
That would be fun if he won it. The Selkie is new this week. Sorelli, Nelson, and Suzuki.
Here's the thing. Nelson was the surprise to me.
Yeah, that's a little surprising that he's there. Sorelli and Suzuki make sense. Suzuki
I mean,
has
I'm
100
glad
points too. I
think it's Suzuki's,
think Suzuki's
but like
gonna win it.
Sorelli is a dog defensively, and
Yeah,
it's good
absolutely.
it's good that he's getting recognized.
Yeah, has he been a finalist for the Selkie before?
I don't think
I
so.
don't think he has, and he should have been.
Absolutely.
Now. Yeah, last year they had Barkov and fucking Bennett, didn't they? Up for the Selkie? Reinhardt, excuse me. Reinhardt didn't need to be there. You know, it was obviously Barkov.
I mean, he was
win it, but
he was very good. Like Reinhardt did have very good defensive metrics.
Sure.
But like, and the two of them together made it impossible to get by that line.
Yeah.
I
don't know, but like two guys from the same line. Come on. Jack Adams, we already talked about. Cooper Muse and Lindy Ruff. Clay's pretty hell bent on Dan Muse.
You know my views about it.
You know what? I'm just gonna agree with you because I don't really have. I'll just talk in circles.
Yeah.
Lady Bing, Caulfield, Kopitar, Sanderson. I feel like Kopitar's probably gonna get it as kind of like a bon voyage.
Yeah.
And then the Masterson, which I believe we already talked about too. Rasmus Dahlin.
Yeah, the Depression Award.
The Depression Award. Dahlin, Landeskog, and Jonathan Toews. I think Dahlin's is gonna win this one because like he and his poor fiance had a harrowing season and off season.
Absolutely.
His poor fiance
But
almost died. She had to get a heart transplant, right?
heart transplant. Yep.
Which is awful. I'm assuming she's like the same age as
23.
Darlene, so like, yeah, so she's 23. The fact that she had to get a heart transplant at 23 is insane.
Acute heart failure. But also
She's
look at
okay,
it
thankfully. She's okay.
for like Landeskog. He was out for 2 years
True.
battling an injury.
I mean,
Like,
so was Taze. Taze and Landeskog kind of similar stories, right? Taze was out
yeah,
longer with his. What was his problem again?
I don't know, man.
I don't remember. Uh, Landeskog was his knees/hip or
Yeah,
whatever.
I think it was his knee.
Yeah. Jonathan Taze came back from whatever it was that kept him out for a few years. But
Might have
like,
been post-COVID complications.
Rasmus Dahlin's fiance nearly died and had to have
Yeah.
a heart transplant. Like I think Rasmus Dahlin should get this, and it would be nice if he got this and the Norris in the same year. That's a
Hmm.
hell of a year for him,
Absolutely.
fighting through a lot. All right, well that's the awards. Guess we'll find out who the GM of the year finalists. You know those motherfuckers aren't going to put Dubas on there. You know it. We have a couple of re-signings or extensions, if you would.
Yeah, you do.
Pittsburgh re-signed Connor Dewar to a 2-year, $2.25 million contract. I love that they did that.
Yep. I knew
Him
you would.
and Blake Lizotte, and then Nola Chari on that fourth line. That fourth line for Pittsburgh was money. Like Connor
Yep.
Dewar had like 16 goals this year. Like he always scored big goals. Blake Lizotte was shutting people down. Nola Chari was also there and helping as well. I don't think Achari will be back, but having 2/3 of that fourth line set for the next couple of years, love it.
Uchari might retire.
He might. He's 34, 35, something like that. Clearly lost a step. He's still a viable fourth line player.
Absolutely.
Like he can still kill penalties and stuff like that, but maybe. We'll see. We'll see, I guess, if he gets to free agency, and if there's no real, you know, desire for him around the league, maybe he'll just retire.
Yeah.
In Carolina, in the midst of the playoffs, re-signed Mark Jankowski to a 2-year, $1.85 million
Not
contract.
surprised by that.
Not surprised by that either. He's had a
Good for
couple of timely goals in the playoffs, and yeah, it's a solid depth piece, Mark Jankowski.
Absolutely.
You got anything?
No, I got nothing.
All right, sick. Let's go into some games then.
Honestly, like, yeah, most of the injuries I've already talked about.
Oh yeah, I have no new injuries. Joel Eriksson X still not playing for Minnesota, by the way.
Yeah, and Brodin, I believe, is out tomorrow as well.
Yeah, so
Like they're
neither
both
one of them are playing
confirmed
again.
out. Which is
Bad. That's bad for Minnesota.
That's bad for Minnesota. But yeah, that's it.
Yeah. You want to kick us off, or you want me to?
You go ahead.
Okay. We're going to start with Minnesota and Colorado. I'm just going to adjust my mic here for a second. There we go. So, we left off. Minnesota and Colorado had only played one game so far, a game that Colorado had won. Coming into game 2, Colorado wins 5-2. They got outshot by Minnesota 31-23, but they won 62.9% of the faceoffs, did Colorado, which is pretty crazy. Yeah. Got out hit by Minnesota 31-28, and blocks were pretty close, 13-11 for Minnesota. But Minnesota was 0 for 2 on the power play, where Colorado was 2 for 5. Johansson and Kaprizov scored for Minnesota, while Gustafsson was 18 of 22.
Look at Mojo.
I know, right? McKinnon, a goal and 2 assists for Colorado. Necas Landeskog, goal and an assist apiece. Brett Kulak showed up on the score sheet, which is kind of rare for him, having 2 assists.
Yeah.
Scott Wedgwood, 29 of 31. So Minnesota put Gustafsson in for this game because, what was that? Oh, yeah, that 9-6 game in game 1.
Yeah.
I think they just kind of wanted to give Wallstead a little breaky poo.
Little break, yep.
Because he was back in net for Game 3, in which Minnesota won 5-1. That's without Joel Eriksson and Jonas Brodin, like we just said.
Yeah.
Minnesota got outshot 36-26 in this game. They lost 61.5% of the faceoffs again. Over 60% of the faceoffs lost is pretty bad.
Yeah, it
What
is.
did they do in game 1? Oh, they won 63% in game 1 though. But they gave up 9 goals. So, they out-hit Colorado 39-25 and outblocked Colorado 15-8. Colorado's 1 for 3 on the power play. Minnesota 2 for 3 on the power play. McKinnon had the only goal for Colorado. Both goalies played in this game. For
Gotcha.
the Avs, 21 of 25 together were Wedgwood and Blackwood. Kaprizov and Faber each had a goal and 2 assists. Zuccarello 2 assists. And Quinn Hughes had a goal and an assist himself. While Wallstead back in net, 35 of 36. Strong game for Wallstead. Game 4, I believe, is tonight, as we are recording on Monday. So we'll see if Minnesota can sneak out another win at home on Colorado and even the series up.
Look, if they can sneak out a win here and hopefully get Brodin and Eriksson Ek back,
that's going to be huge. Yeah, that'll be
huge.
Who
Even
knows?
if those guys are not 100%, because of course they won't be.
No.
Like, that's still going to be.
That's still your top line center at back.
Your top line center, your penalty killer, your best defensive center as well. Like
Eriksson Ek is real important to this team.
Him being gone is bad.
An issue for Minnesota. Yeah. All right, but that's it. They're up to game 3. We'll see what happens in game 4.
All right. We'll talk about the other Western Conference series that going on, and that is Anaheim versus Vegas Golden Knights. Last time we talked about this, game 1 had happened. Vegas won 3-1. Game 2, though, which occurred on the 6th, Anaheim wins 3-1, ties the series at 1.
That's right.
Lucas Dostal saved 21 of 22 shots for a .955 save percentage. Beckett Seneca opened the scoring in the second period, getting his second goal of the playoffs. Leo Carlsson gets the eventual game winner in the third period, and Jansen Harkins scores on the empty net, just like everybody
knew he would. Yeah,
just everyone knew. But Mark Stone scores on the power play, 6-on-4, to make it 3-1 with 6 seconds left in the game to ruin the shutout.
Damn it, Stone.
Damn it, Stone. Problem is he is out.
He got hurt in that game.
He is out. Did he get hurt in this game?
He got hurt in one of the games. Maybe he got hurt in game 3.
Game 3. He got hurt in game 3 because he missed game 4.
Yeah.
There it is. We got there. The Ducks 0 for 5 on the power play. Vegas 1 for 4 on the power play. Hits were tied at 39.
Crazy.
Vegas won 63% of the face-offs, and they're pretty even game, and series is tied at 1. Game 3, Vegas takes 6-2. Big response from Vegas. Mitch Marner gets a hat trick, has a 4-point night.
It was a natural hat trick too.
Yeah, it was. The game started with Shea Theodore scoring the opening goal 1 minute into the game. Then Brady McNabb scored shorthanded to make it 2-0. Mitch Marner gets his first goal of the game on the power play, making it 3-0 with 5 seconds left in the first period. Second period is Mitch Marner, and 9 minutes played, and then at 18 minutes played, Mitch Marner again for the hat trick, making it 5-0. Third period, Beckett Seneca gets the Ducks on the scoreboard. Chris Kreider gets a goal as well, and then Brett Howden gets his 6th goal of the playoffs on the empty net. Anaheim outshot Vegas 33-28. They out-hit Vegas 53-23.
Damn. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. And this is without Radko Gudas. He's been hurt. He might have come in game 3.
Captain Radko.
I don't know. I think he was actually a game time decision last night, so he didn't play game 3. But Carter Hart with 31 saves of 33 shots with a 939 save percentage. Vegas was 1 for 3 in the power play. Anaheim was 0 for 2 on the power play and gave up a shorthanded goal. Also, Vegas blocked 20 shots on top of the 33 that the Ducks sent on net. And then game 4 at Anaheim as well. Anaheim wins 4-3 to tie the series 2-2.
It's a good response by Anaheim.
Great response by Anaheim.
They could have just turned over and died after losing 6-2. You know.
Oh, absolutely. Beckett Seneca opens the scoring on the power play in the first period, while Dorofeyev responds on the power play of their own to tie the game. And then Mikko Granlund scores towards the end of the first period to take the lead. In the second period, Brett Howden scores to tie the game. Alex Killorn scores on the power play to make it 3-2. Ian Moore scores the eventual winning goal to make it 4-2, and then Thomas Hertl gets his first goal of the playoffs with a minute left in the game to make it 3-4. The Knights will always make it interesting in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, or ruin your shutout, one of the two.
Or ruin the shutout. Cutter Gauthier had 3 assists this game. Carter Hart 19 for 23, 8.26, while Dostal 18 for 21, which is an 8.57. Not great for goalies.
No.
Vegas was 1 for 3 on the power play. The Ducks were 2 for 4 on the power play, and that's where we are right now with the series tied at 2.
Tied at 2. Let's go, Ducks.
Let's go Ducks.
I love that they're keeping steady with Vegas right now.
I think they can beat Vegas. Their speed
Seemingly
can beat Vegas' defense. But Vegas has the experience.
Yes. It would be really interesting if in each of the conference finals, one had the Ducks in it and one had the Sabres in it. 2 teams that nobody thought were going to get anywhere close to that far. It would be something. It would certainly be something.
I mean, I would say no one thought Montreal, like either Atlantic team, no one thought.
Yeah,
was
that's true. They didn't.
There.
I don't think anybody thought either one of them. Not that they wouldn't make the playoffs necessarily, but Buffalo.
Oh,
but
yeah, Montreal was a playoff team last year.
Yeah, but making it to the conference finals, I mean, one of those 2 teams is going to, in Buffalo or Montreal. So, but you know what? You know who's not going to make it to the conference finals?
Philadelphia?
Yeah, because they got swept. Get fucked. So when we left this series off, Carolina was up 2-0 in the series. The series flipped to Philadelphia. You know, there's good hockey atmosphere in Philadelphia,
it's great
right?
Hockey atmosphere.
As much as I hate them, but Carolina didn't care. They won Game 3 4-1. They outshot Philly 31-19. Pretty almost even on faceoffs. It was 51% for Philly to 49% for Carolina. Philly outhit them 41-31 and outblocked them 17-9. Carolina was 2 for 9 on the power play in this game. 9 power plays. Well,
a lot of dumb penalties.
0 for 5. Yeah,
by Philly.
lot of dumb penalties by Philly.
Also, the refs were calling everything in this series.
Yeah, I think they were just trying to keep it contained,
But they didn't.
Yeah, true.
By calling everything, they lost control.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I mean, Philly did have 5 power plays of their own as well.
Yeah.
They didn't score on any of them, but they did have 5.
But there were a lot of dumb penalties by Philly. There were a lot of ticky-tacky penalties on both sides.
Yeah.
So.
Stahl and Svechnikov had a goal and an assist apiece for Carolina, while Martinook and Gostisbehere had 2 assists apiece. Freddie Anderson, 18 of 19 in this game. Zagras had the only goal for Philly, while Vladar was 27 of 31. And then Game 4 rolled around, and it was a close game, but Carolina wins it in overtime 3-2 on
Yep.
what has to be one of the most demoralizing goals
Oh,
ever to
it
lose the game.
wasn't Vladar's fault.
Nope. So the game-losing goal, who scored it? Jackson Blake scored it.
Yeah.
His shot, Vladar stopped it, but it took a weird bounce off of his shoulder or his glove or something.
It just
and it just
fluttered.
kind of fluttered, knuckle pucked up in the air, and just plopped right behind him into the goal. And that was it. And that was it. That was the season for Philly.
Yeah. Did you see his Vladar's reaction?
Oh yeah, he spun around. He smacked
he
his
broke
stick.
his stick.
He broke his stick on the
goal
goalpost. I honestly thought he hit one of his teammates just because of how the camera angle was.
Yeah. Just chopped his own
I
guy's
honestly
leg.
thought he chopped his defenseman's leg for a second until I watched it more closely. I was like, oh no, he hit the post. Okay, but it looked like he spun around and just whanged one of his defensemen in the back of the leg. Carolina outshot Philly 40-17 in this game.
Yeah.
They outwon them on faceoffs 51.4 to 48.6, still pretty close, almost even. Philly outhit them 39-29 and outblocked them 24-7. Yikes.
It's one of those things where Carolina, both of their series, they played the 2 teams that kind of emulate their style,
but just not nearly as good.
But not Carolina. Carolina's been doing this for 8 years. They have
those 2 teams are not Carolina.
Yeah, they're not Carolina. They can they play the same style.
Right. They just don't do it as well.
But exactly.
Well, here's the thing. Carolina has kind of figured out the last couple of years how to score more while also having this system, whereas Philadelphia has not figured that out.
They've gone away from the system enough where they have more scoring creativity.
They branched out enough. Yeah.
They ran into the same problems at the conference finals past couple years, where they got swept in the conference finals and then they won a game or 2.
Right. Well, we'll see. I think they'll probably be able to win a game or 2 against either Montreal or Buffalo.
Oh yeah,
I think they would win either one of those series. This is Carolina's Stanley Cup final to lose. It's trip to the Stanley Cup final to lose.
It really is.
Because they're by far the best team in the Eastern Conference, very clearly. Even say Philly lost against Pittsburgh, I still don't think this would have been much of a series against Pittsburgh either.
Oh no.
Maybe it would have been a sweep. Maybe it would have been 5 games. I don't know, but
I think
it would have been.
Carolina would have swept Pittsburgh because the whole thing about Pittsburgh was they're an all offense team.
Well, my point was in the
offense,
regular season matchups between Carolina and Pittsburgh, they were track meets against each other. 2 of those games ended 6-5 in overtime. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
and Pittsburgh won one of the games too in the regular season. That doesn't mean they wouldn't have gotten swept, but I think there would have been more scoring. At least. Both teams were 0 for 3 on the power play in Game 4. Jackson Blake scored 2 goals, including the overtime game winner, as I said, and an assist. Huge game for him.
Absolutely.
Anderson, 15 of 17. Not a great game for Freddie Anderson. Bump and Forrester scored the goals for Philly, while Vladar was 37 of 40. My man did his best. And
absolutely.
I don't know how long his contract is or how much he's getting paid. It's definitely not enough.
Let me check that out.
Because I want to say it's fairly
3.
cheap. Yeah, I want to say it's 3. He should be getting double that with the season he had and the playoffs he had.
Oh yeah, so he's making 3.35 for 2 years.
Yeah, he's probably already my next
he's
contract's
in for a
gonna
payday.
be huge. Yeah, if he plays like this again next year, which there's no reason he wouldn't. he's going to make a shitload of money after that.
Excuse me.
That was funny. You just laughed into a burp. Um,
Yeah.
One thing that I think Philadelphia kind of like didn't get in this series was their the Flyers game, right? Of trying to get under your opponent's skin, getting into scrums, getting them to take stupid penalties out of retaliation or whatever. That works against the Penguins. That works against
It
like
did
the
not work.
Rangers. Does not work against Carolina very clearly.
Did not work against
I mean,
Carolina.
there were
They did
scrums.
not
There were
bite.
certainly scrums, but like Carolina did not bite like Pittsburgh did in round one, at all. You know, like not even close.
I have the like series breakdowns.
Sure.
So, forgot what I was looking at. Carolina in this series had 136 shots to Philadelphia's 91.
That's a big problem too. Philly
It's a
was
big
not
problem.
generating shots. 19 and 17 shots in these two games. What were they in the first two games? 19 and then 36 was game 2 where it was also in overtime. But three of the games you didn't even muster 20 shots. Like, come
Right.
on.
Penalty minutes. This is kind of big. 70 for Carolina,
Mhm.
and then 88 for.
That's actually closer than I thought it would be. But I think
Right,
a lot
I
of
mean-
that is skewed. Game 3 skewed that a lot. with-
Well, also they'll like wipe each other out.
True.
Shot percentage. Carolina didn't break 10%. They had a 9.6% shot percentage, but Philadelphia only had a 5.5.
Yeah, that's not going to work either. So,
5.5% of 91 shots.
whew,
It's not
not
good.
good. It's just
Goalies, though?
Yeah.
Goalies,
Yeah.
Frederick Anderson saved 86 of 91 shots for a 9.45 save
Wow.
percentage, 1 shutout.
5 goals. He only let up 5 goals.
Within 5 goals, while Vladar did let in 13.
Yeah.
But he saved 123 of 136 shots, which is a 904 save percentage.
Look, he did his best. Vladar.
He did his absolute
Vladar's the only reason that a lot of these games weren't like 6-1. You know,
Mm-hmm.
They're just blowout games. Anyway,
Logan Stankoven. All right, I just gotta say these.
Go ahead.
Logan Stankoven is shooting in this series, shooting at 23%.
Oh my God.
Nikolai Ehlers shooting at 28%, 29% if you round up.
Good Lord.
Good Lord. And Jackson Blake is shooting at 30%.
Dang.
I will say
Vladar's gonna see those guys in his nightmares.
Alex Bump scored at shot at 25%.
Yeah, like he had 2 goals in this series.
He only had 1 goal, but he only had 4 shots.
Fair enough.
So
I think he had a goal against the Penguins. That's what I was thinking of.
And Jamie Drysdale shooting 20%. So all of the oh my God, literally all of the shooting. Zegras 16%, Bump 25, Couturier 9, Drysdale 20, Forrester 16. No one else.
No one else. Yeah, that was it. Those are your goal scorers.
Those are the goal scorers.
So, Philly, I think, has got to figure out their offense for next season because they did not have anybody eclipse 70 points this year. I think Konechny was number 1 with 68 points.
I think Philly's take for this year should be the same as Pittsburgh. You weren't supposed to be
True.
this far.
That is true.
You weren't supposed to be this far. That's why they got applauded. That's why they got a standing ovation after the handshake.
Yeah.
They weren't supposed to make it to the second round. They were probably not a playoff team, but they made it.
Yeah, I mean you're totally correct. I just like
they were third in the division. Like
I know, yeah.
They weren't supposed
to be.
The
Metro division really fell apart towards the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Because it looked like it was turning into the Metrodome again, and then a bunch of teams just fell to pieces towards the end of the
Well, it was
season.
still the Metrodome, but like Washington didn't want to join the party until the very end when it was already too late.
Right, the Islanders took a nosedive. Columbus took a
Columbus
nosedive
took a
towards the
nosedive.
end of the year. Pittsburgh looked shaky after the Olympic break. Philly was
Yep.
hot. Like they were the
Philly
hottest
was
team
hot after
outside of
the Olympic
Carolina,
break.
obviously, but Philly
Yeah.
was the hottest team of those ones mentioned. And yeah, Washington really didn't attempt until probably like the 5 last games of the season, and then it was too late.
I
They
would
were
say the
close. Last 10 games. Last 10 games of
last
the
10
season.
games, but they lost some big ones in those last
Yeah,
10
that's
games.
true.
So yeah.
So Philly's got to, I think, work on their offensive game plan.
They got to figure out
They
got to figure out what's going on with Michkov.
Yeah, because Mishikov was basically just. I think he scored once against the Penguins, but like he was just invisible for most of the time in the playoffs.
He was benched in Game 4.
He was. Yeah, that's right. He was scratched in at least one of the games against Pittsburgh, if not two.
And that's what I mean against by benched. He was healthy scratched.
Oh, sorry.
He was
yes,
healthy
yes,
scratched
yes.
Game 4 of this series. Like
So you got to figure out because he had like a fairly good season. He had 20 goals and 50 points, I think. Like,
but he was in Tockett's doghouse the entire time.
right. So they got to figure out an understanding, Tocchet and Mishikov, because he's got to be playing in the top 6, right? Like that's where he needs to be. He can't be on the third line getting grinder minutes. He should
also
be
has to
on
play
the top
his natural
line,
side, like
which is right.
I believe so. He was on the left
Yeah.
side for almost all of the season.
Like I understand Porter Martone's your new shiny toy now, but like
Porter Martone
you should use both of them.
Porter Martone coming in made Tocchet move Michikov back to the right wing.
He's got to figure out how to use both of them in the top 6. I'm not saying Martone needs to be dropped out of the top 6. He needs to figure out how to use both of them in there, because you got those two and Konechny and Couturier and Zegras, right? That should be your top 6.
Yeah.
I there might be somebody I'm forgetting, but that should be 5 of your top 6. So I don't know. I don't know why he's hell bent on putting Mishikov on the third line, and
he's putting Baby in a corner.
Not putting him in good offensive scenarios to score.
Maybe there's something weird going on.
There could be. There could be stuff we don't know.
If there's something going on, other stuff, whatever. How.
Yeah, we don't know, right?
Like how Jacob Vrana liked cocaine more than playing hockey.
Right. There could be that. There could be some other he could be who is it in football? Kyler Murray, or somebody was addicted to Fortnite or Call of Duty, and so much so that the team banned him from playing it during the season. It was that much of a problem.
That was the whole thing with Line A, remember?
Line A too, and it's it's been an issue, so that could be an issue as well, something like that, or like you said, he likes going out and partying too much. We don't know. We're just making shit up right now.
We're making shit up. Also, it could be Michkov's been pretty outspoken that he does not like dump and chase hockey.
That's also so fair.
That's it.
Yeah, that's so
fair. That's
it. That just might not be the system for him, right?
He thinks dump and chase hockey is stupid. Why dump it in where they can, if I can carry it in,
yeah,
why shouldn't I?
I don't disagree with him.
Right.
If you have the guys that can carry it into the zone, let them carry it into the zone, right? I understand having your fourth line dump and chase.
It's literally, if it wasn't for dump and chase, that's how Nick Suzuki scored in the semifinal against Finland.
Right.
To tie it. Because he's just I'm not dumping it in. He took it in himself.
I'm just going to walk it in myself. Thank you very much.
And then he got the cycle around.
Mm-hmm.
And then he got the tip in.
Yeah. So, to get back to our main point.
And look who's on the coaching staff of that.
Yeah. True. Good point. Maybe I don't think it'll happen, but maybe they try to figure out swapping Michikov for another younger player that might fit that system better.
Yeah.
I don't know who that would be. I don't know that will happen, But
No,
we've seen
right.
that happen before with teams being like, okay, this guy just doesn't kind of just doesn't fit. Let's swap him with another younger guy that doesn't fit on another team and just try to like figure that out, right? But
That's fair, but Michikov forced his way onto Philadelphia.
that's so true as well. That is very
Like,
true. Yeah, he
that's
basically
his
told
way.
everybody at the draft he's not going to sign with anybody but the Flyers, apparently. So
Right.
for some reason, the Flyers don't even have like a long history of Russian players. I would
No, I
understand if
think
it's
he
like
wanted to be the guy.
Washington
Uh,
or the Rangers or something like that, but like, yeah, whatever. Let's move on. Bon voyage, Philadelphia. We'll see you at the season wrap ups in a few weeks.
all right, I'm going to talk about all three Buffalo Montreal games because two games had gone in the Flyers Carolina series, while no games had gone for
Yeah,
Buffalo Montreal.
yeah, that was a
So
weird scheduling. I guess because
it's because
Montreal and Tampa went to Game 7.
they were the only team to go
Yeah,
to
they were
Game
the only
Seven.
Game 7. Yeah.
Um, there was an empty Saturday night, and Carolina and Carolina and Philly were the only teams available to fill it. So
True.
they went. So now Carolina gets a long ass break.
Yep,
They're
they
gonna
get
have a
to they
week
get
or
to
two
kick
off. Like,
back and wait for whichever one of these two teams is going to meet them.
is finished killing each other. All right, game one, Buffalo Montreal. In Buffalo, Buffalo wins 4-2 to take the lead in the series. Josh Doan scores 4 minutes.
Oh, oh, hold on, his mic got pulled out. There it goes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, my dog pulled my mic out.
The way I saw
I
you
knew she
react,
was
I
gonna.
knew exactly what happened. The way I saw your eyes and you like turn to grab at the cord, I knew exactly what happened. I knew
You're
Ginger pulled that mic
actually in
out.
the wrong. You're coming out of the wrong thing. You're not in my headphones right now.
Oh,
Technical difficulties. We're gonna
okay.
figure some stuff out real quick.
Okay, technical difficulties resolved.
We're back.
We're back.
Uh,
Oh, dogs. They're so
oh,
silly.
dog. She also pulled out my headphone
That's what the problem was, yeah.
jack. That's what the problem was. Okay. Doan scored 1-0. Buffalo. Then Ryan McLeod scores on the power play to make it 2-0. Nick Suzuki scores on their own Montreal's own power play to make it 2-1 at the end of the first period. About 45 seconds left in this period. Second period, noted sniper Jordan Greenway
Yeah, what a shot though. What a
puts it
fucking
top
shot.
corner
My,
to make it
my
3-1.
man, did he even have 10 goals on this regular season? Like, but what a
I
shot.
mean, he missed a lot of time.
Oh, that's a good point.
He missed a lot of time this season, but man,
What a shot.
that was a shot to make it 3-1. And then Bowen Byram scores on the power play. 2 power play goals
Look at that.
for Buffalo, making it 4-1. And then Kirby Doc scores to make it 2-4. And then there was no scoring in the third period. Montreal was outshot Buffalo 28-16. The hits were 31-27 Montreal, and then Montreal won 63% of the faceoffs. Montreal was 1 for 2 on the power play, while Buffalo was 2 for 3. Zach Benson has been a monster this postseason and got 2 assists.
All right.
Both primary and on the first 2 goals. And remember, he's only like 5'9". He's
Yeah.
Also, as the series goes, someone other than Zach Benson needs to fight.
I
for
mean,
Buffalo.
he's doing it. He's fighting, but you're right.
Oh, he's in everyone's face,
There's got to be
but
some
it's
other
not going to
guys
work
getting in there.
out.
Greenway, that's one of the things you do, right?
Greenway and Stanley, like that
Yeah.
is why
Oh, that's why
Stanley.
they
That's what.
got Logan Stanley.
Yeah. Because game 2, Montreal responds 5-1.
Yep.
Uh, Alex Newhook opens the scoring a minute and a half into the period, and then Mike Matheson scores to make it 2-0. Not even 5 minutes played. Alex Newhook makes it 3-0 in the second period. 5 minutes played in that period, and then Zach Benson gets some life in this game with a goal with 40 seconds left in the second period. Then you have Alexander Carrier scoring to make it 4-1, and then Suzuki scoring on the empty net to make it 5-1. Alex Newhook 2 goals in this game, and then Jacob Dobesh 28 for 29 with the .966 save percentage. Shots were even 28-29. Hits Buffalo 44-18. Penalty minutes 22-12 Montreal. Both teams 0 for 5 on the power play.
Okay.
Now we go on to game 3 in Montreal, which had an awesome opening.
Oh my god, it was so good. Yeah.
It was so cool.
Oh, and I gotta say, shout out to the
it.
Buffalo crowd. Was it game 1 or game 2 where they were singing "O Canada," and the singer's mic kept cutting in and out? Shout out to the Buffalo crowd. They sang the entire song with her.
I think that was in the Boston series.
Was it in the... Well, in either direction. Shout out to the crowd for doing that.
Yeah, well, I mean, Buffalo the Sabres fully recognize...
They're almost in Canada. It's like...
Well, they play the Canadian anthem every single game. It doesn't matter if they're playing
it was in the Boston series, because I remember thinking it was weird that they were singing the Canadian anthem.
They play the Canadian anthem every single game because they understand that at least 25% of their fans are Canadian.
Yeah.
Like,
I just thought it was a cool gesture by the crowd.
Oh yeah, it was a
fantastic,
great move. But there was recently like an article for like Sportsnet or whatever that like this Canadian city is rooting for Buffalo. And it's like it's St. Catharines, which is on the other side of the river. They are closer
across
to Buffalo.
A bridge from Buffalo.
Yeah, they're closer to Buffalo than they are to Toronto. So like,
man, fuck Sportsnet.
Yeah.
You know what?
Well, it's like
all my homies say Sportsnet.
It'd be like Saginaw, like being it weird that Saginaw roots for the Red Wings. Like,
yeah, because they're
it's
right
just
there.
The other side of the river. Like,
they're right there. Anyway.
Detroit, the only place where you have to travel south to get into Canada.
Yeah, the geography gets pretty weird there.
But yeah, so game 3, not great. For Buffalo.
Not for Buffalo, yeah.
For Buffalo. I mean, it starts off good with Tage Thompson, who in game 2 had a bad game 2. He said every touch I took turned to shit.
I mean, hey, respect for acknowledging he had a bad game.
He opens the scoring on a fortuitous bounce 53 seconds into the first period.
Yes.
But then Alex Newhook scores to tie it later into the first period. Cole Caulfield scores on the power play to make it 2-1. Zach Bolduc scores to make it 3-1. Slavkovsky scores on the power play to make it 4-1. Rasmus Dahlin scores pretty soon after on their own power play to make it 2-4. But then you have Kirby Dach in the third period, making it 5-2, and then Alex Newhook again.
Yeah.
6-2. Alex Newhook is having a great series.
Yes,
He's got 4 goals. He's got six goals he's got 5 goals in the playoffs. 4 of them have been in this series.
Crazy.
Dobesh 26 for 28, which is a 929 save percentage. Montreal has responded to their game 1 loss.
Yes, sir.
Um,
Two pretty strong games out of Montreal.
Very strong games. They outshot Buffalo 36 to 28, 2 for 6 on the power play. Buffalo was 1 for 4 on the power play. Penalty minutes. This game got a little spicy. There ended up being 2 fines. One for Beck Malenstein for goalie interference. Fair. Then
he was the one that
Arbor
ran right into Dobesh, right?
He ran right into Dobesh. And then Arbor Jacki for a punch on Sam Carrick at the very end of the game. Sam Carrick's back. This was his first game back. Yeah. I think the only reason Jacki got fined was because he knocked him on his butt. There were so many
and it was right at the end of the game too.
There was so many gloved punches going both ways. Yeah. So I don't know why Jacki necessarily got singled out. But yeah, penalty minutes 42 for Buffalo, 38 for Montreal. Now it is starting to get spicy.
We'll see if Buffalo can bounce back too.
Yeah, we'll see. Tage Thompson after this game said we let our emotions get the best of us, and that's why they played sloppy. I think they should. The changes I would make. I'd get Stanley out.
Mm-hmm. If he's not going to fight or do anything, why the fuck is he playing?
He made an egregious. I forgot which goal, but his pass was egregious, and he didn't. And he had to turn to get back, and it was over.
He's kind of a pylon out there, so
he has the turn radius of the Titanic.
Yeah.
That type of ability, and he made an awful pass that directly led to a goal. And if you're not going to fight, I would put in Kesselring. I know Kesselring. He was the big piece of the Peterka trade. I know Doan has become the piece, and Kesselring has been hurt a lot. But
get him in there.
Get him in there. He was in there when Stanley was sick. One of the games against Boston, but I know Kesselring's willing to throw hands, and I would do a goalie switch as well.
Go back to Luukkonen.
Just to try it. Try it now. Don't do what Boston did when they lost to Florida in the first round 3 years ago.
Yeah.
When they should have gone to Swayman, but they went with Ullmark when Ullmark was clearly injured. I'm not saying Lyon is injured. I'm just saying Lyon and Luukkonen have opposite playing styles, and Lyon being super aggressive kind of burned them. Also, Phil Deneau from Montreal had a goal called back that would have made it 3-1.
Oh yeah,
it was the refs saved Buffalo for that.
Yeah, that should have been a goal.
It should have been a goal. I understand if they if the refs lost sight of it and said that Deneau pushing on the pads, Deneau pushing on the pads sent Lyon pushed it in. But that's not what happened. Lyon pushed it in himself because it was directly under him, and he just swung his legs to try to find it, and he put it in himself. They don't necessarily have the replay, or they had the replay, but the call on the ice was no goal before. So there was no real challenging of it, unfortunately for Montreal. So Luukkonen's more patient. He stays back. So maybe that'll help, or maybe that's just a different style. And again,
that would hurt Buffalo, him in a different way,
right? Yeah. But also, it's a different style that Montreal would have to respond to or try to figure out. Maybe they have Lyon down right now. And Buffalo, one of the reasons they made the playoffs is they were playing the hot goalie. They were doing a goalie tandem the entire time. So like,
What's up
I'm
now?
surprised. I'm surprised Lyon got the start for Game 3 after the 5-1.
Hmm.
So I think you should switch. Again, I understand why. Totally makes sense why they went 6 straight with Lyon, especially the shaky Game 2 against Boston that Luukkonen had. But like, now it's time to make the switch.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you.
And if Luukkonen has a bad game, go back to Lyon.
Yeah.
You have a chance.
You
Like,
you have a game buffer here that if you lose game 4 it's not good, but you're not dead yet.
exactly. When Boston switched to Swayman, it was Game 7.
Right.
Like,
Yeah. It was too late at that point. You had
mhm.
to win that game no matter what. All right. Well, that is the second round so far. We will potentially finish it up next week. We'll see. But let's get into our season wrap ups, Clay. What do you think?
Yeah,
All right.
let's do it.
I'll kick things off. I'm going to go from worst to best in each division.
Wait, you don't have our Stanley Cup winner just picked,
No.
like, written up already?
No, I don't. No, yeah, it's probably going to be Carolina. But from what I've watched so
Or
far,
you
or
it's
Colorado.
Carolina it's year 2.
Oh, I
Like,
forgot to
so
mention. I forgot to mention with Carolina, they're the first team since the 1985 Edmonton Oilers to win the first 8 games of the playoffs.
yeah.
So 2 straight
What
sweeps.
did the 85 Oilers do?
Pretty sure they won the Stanley Cup.
Yeah, they won the Stanley Cup.
We'll see. Colorado
is
was almost there until they lost
Which
the
is
game 3 to
crazy
Minnesota.
because that meant that the New York Islanders went to 5 straight.
Yeah, and won 4 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it said that's pretty insane. I would have been so pissed if I was alive back then watching that. Like, I'm tired of the Islanders and the Oilers at this point because
Well,
they played in 3 straight Stanley Cup finals.
Oh, they
I think.
did?
I'm pretty sure, or at least 2. At least 2 straight Stanley Cup finals.
I think the last one,
I'm pretty
the
sure.
84.
I'm pretty sure
The
the 84
Islanders beat
one
the
was in
was
84.
the Islanders
Oh, maybe it
win.
was only 2.
Yeah, the Islanders win. Their 4th win was against the Oilers, and that's where a lot of the
That sounds
Oilers
correct.
were just like, "Oh, I'm never gonna feel this way
Oh,
again."
I hate them. I don't like that. Hate that
Exactly.
feeling. All right, well, let's start with the Chicago Blackhawks, last place in the Central Division. They ended their season, as a reminder, 29, 39, and 14, 72 points, 31st overall in the overall standings. Their power play was stinky this year, 17.2%. That's 28th place if you go with adjusted with like shorthanded goals and whatnot. It was 15.9%, which is actually 26th place, so it was better somehow.
Yeah.
Their penalty kill, on the other hand, was 83.3% normal. That's second place. And their adjusted was 85.9, which is still second place.
Wow.
So they had a fantastic penalty kill this year. Surprising for the 31st, the second to worst best team in the league. So their projected cap space going into the offseason is $40.2 million.
Jesus Christ.
Yes, and that is not even the most. I know the Penguins have more than that, and I think there's at least one team ahead of the Penguins.
I mean, my 2 teams that I was just looking at only have 22. So like that's
40.2. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Pittsburgh, I believe, has 45, and I think there's one team ahead of them with like $50 million in cap space or something. So there's going to be some crazy contracts given out this summer.
Yep. So this
Mhm.
is tangent because
Go ahead.
Alex Tuck is a UFA for
He's
Buffalo.
going to get so much goddamn money in free agency if he makes it to there.
Well, what what I suggest, because he wants $80 million.
Mm-hmm.
He wants 10 by 8 or the 7. $80 million or $70 million, whichever like gets signed first.
Oh,
Give him a 4 by
go ahead.
give him a 4 by 20.
I believe the max contract is
Is
20
20.8.
points, 20.8. Yeah, that's a lot. That's so much.
Oh yeah, exactly. But like, you're off of it in 4 years.
True, that's true. And
You're
in
off of
four
it
years, 20 million is going to be like not even close to the top anymore.
because he's 30 years old, and
Right.
you don't want to give him 8 years for a guy that relies on speed and
No,
power.
true.
But if you give him 4 years,
Man,
like
4 by 20.
these are the
Yeah,
type of contracts you can be doing.
I mean, you're right. You're right. Let me correct myself. I was wrong. Pittsburgh does have the most at with that Lazat or not. I'm sorry, the Dewar contract, $42.7 million going into the offseason.
Gotcha.
Chicago is the fourth most with 40.24.
Yeah. But again, like, these are the kind of contracts that you can be doing.
True, but if they make the mistake of letting him go to free agency, somebody is going to give him so much money.
Oh, absolutely. Like,
He's going to get well,
he's
I
the
think
top
this
free agent.
season the max length is 6 years now, right? I believe this season starts that for free
Oh,
agents.
it's
And
6 and then 7.
and then 7, yeah. They knocked a year off of it
Okay.
for the new CBA, which starts this year, July
Right.
1st.
So if he doesn't get anything done with Buffalo before July 1st,
He cannot
yeah,
even get 7 years then.
right.
So we'll see what happens with Tuck. At this point he is the top UFA.
He is
Yeah,
100% the top
he's
UFA.
got to be. So I don't know. Buffalo's got to get that figured out whenever their playoffs end, and I hope
They're-
it's not for a while. They got to get that figured out if they want to keep Tuck
They-
on the team.
I mean, they could be viewing him as a rental. They could have
Sure.
viewed him this trade deadline as
As
a
just
rental
kind of
that
a
they didn't
rental.
have to pay for.
Yeah, true.
Because Tuck wants 10.5, 11 million is the rumor.
I might just go ahead and give that to him, but
Full term. I mean,
full term.
I
The
agree.
full term is where it gets a little dicey.
Which is again why you just, if he wants that 80 million over a course of a contract,
Make it 20 by 4.
make it 20 by 4.
Woo, baby, that would be a spicy contract. Boy. Okay,
But
so
again, you're off it faster. You're off of it
true,
faster.
true. All right, let's get back to Chicago.
Yeah.
As far as free agents go, they don't have a ton. Their UFAs are Lafferty, Mikheyev. This is a big one. Shea Weber and Matt Grishlik. Shea Weber will be officially retired this season.
Yep.
I
Isn't
just
he
saw-
already in the Hall of Fame?
No. He's not. You have to be officially retired to be in the Hall of Fame.
Do you?
I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure.
Do you?
And anyway,
I think Pronger was in the Hall of
well,
Fame before he was officially retired.
there are exceptions, like Gretzky and Lemieux were exceptions, right? But I think it's 5 years after you retire, you're eligible for the Hall of Fame. Anyway, I just thought it was funny.
Hey,
I saw him on there.
Shea Weber is in the Hall of Fame.
That's hilarious. Okay, well, I just thought it was hilarious that his contract was listed there as being a free agent this year. And Matt Grishlik is the other actual player who is a free UFA. Their
Yep.
RFAs are more interesting. Connor Bedard is an RFA. They have enough cap space to pay him. I don't
Yeah.
know what that contract's going to look like. It's going to have to be a lot because he's their best player. It's got to be upwards of 15 million. I'm thinking. I don't know how
Yeah.
many years. He might not want to sign for too many years, though, right? Because he might
Right.
want to sign 3 years, $15 million, and then at the end of those 3 years, he could probably make 10 plus more million dollars past that on another contract. Maybe.
Yeah.
Del Mastro is one of their other RFAs, and then Kevin Korchinski is their final RFA. Now he hasn't worked out. He was like taken 7th overall a few years ago in the draft, and he kind of hasn't worked out. I kind of wonder if they try to flip him for something else this offseason in
Yeah.
Korchinski. because they've had other guys kind of overtake him in the depth, other young guys overtake him in the depth chart. So he's a name to watch to see if maybe he gets
He gets
moved.
moved.
Yeah. As far as draft picks go, they have their own first round draft pick, which is fourth overall. 3 second round draft picks, their own Toronto's and the Islanders, their own third round, Ottawa's fourth round pick, no fifth or sixth round pick, and then 2 seventh round picks, their own and Florida's. I have no idea what Chicago's going to do this offseason that's like going to improve them in any great way because the free agency class outside of the RFAs is
It's
not
bad.
great this year. Alex Tuck is number one. Alex Tuck's a good player. There are good players, right? But it's not like
Yeah, but like
there's
the
no
fact that
huge
Alex
player.
Tuck is your number one
Right.
is what I mean. Like,
Yeah, there's some like middling defensemen who will be UFAs and get way too big of contracts.
your top UFAs by previous cap.
Mm-hmm.
Bobrovsky,
I knew that was going to be number one.
Ovechkin,
Right. Well, Ovi's going to re-sign with Washington or retire. There's no
yeah.
in between there.
Then you have again by previous cap, Patrick Laine.
I mean, he's fine. He's hurt a lot.
Yep.
He can still play, kind of.
Let me see. You got John Carlston, Trouba, Kevin Hayes, Anders Lee, Genny Malkin, Jaden Schwartz,
Yeah, these are like...
Bjorkstrand, Charlie Coyle,
Bjorkstrand's
Evander
not bad.
Kane, Tarasenko, Alexiak, Rasmus Anderson, Michael Bunting.
Right. So it's not... You can stop there. Not a stellar free agent
I was
class.
done.
Yeah, not a stellar free agent class. Rasmus Anderson is a good defenseman, although
and I skipped
feel
guys.
like he's going to re-sign with Vegas probably because it was like
If
he
they're
only wanted to go to
willing
Vegas.
have it. Now it's if they're willing to have
That's
it.
true. Bjorkstrand is good. He's a good player.
Oh,
Tuck is
Bjorkstrand's
good. Mason Marchment is in there too. Solid player. But like none of these guys are like none of these guys are
Needle
even
movers.
top line players.
No.
Really. Tuck, you could make an argument, could be a top line player, but he's more of like a second line guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty underwhelming free agency class. I think trades will be the more interesting thing to look at this offseason.
Absolutely.
Because there is some interesting stuff like, we already talked about Dallas and what the fuck they're going to do. They have to do something if they want to bring
They gotta
Jason
do
Robertson
something.
back. And we'll get more in depth on that when we get to Dallas. But, I mean, maybe it'll be resolved by then. I don't know. But that, I think, will be the more interesting thing to look at is there might be some... Austin Matthews maybe does not want to be in Toronto anymore. That could be interesting.
I'll
Willie
talk about him.
Nylander.
Don't worry.
Oh, I know you will. So, I don't know. I think trades will be more interesting than the actual signings, other than the holy shit, that guy got paid way too much.
Well, we gotta remember to look at it of percent of the cap
True, that's a good point.
instead of just the actual number.
Oh, and similar to Alex Ovechkin, I can't imagine a world where the Penguins don't re-sign Evgeny Malkin. There's no reason not to. They have enough cap space.
If Evgeny Malkin goes to Washington, I will buy that jersey.
I mean, I wouldn't blame you. I think if he does leave the Penguins, I think it would be more likely that he would go to one of the Florida teams because he has a home down in Florida. I think that's actually where he lives, is Florida.
But the joke is like, if he signs for Washington, it'll be like a Henrik Lundqvist situation where it's just like his heart gives out and he won't be able to play.
He won't be able to play a single game. Yeah. I truly do think the Penguins are just going to re-sign him at some point.
Oh yeah.
So I'm not really that worried about that, but we'll see. We'll see what happens this offseason.
All right. So you good?
Yeah, I'm good. Go for it.
All right. We're gonna talk about the worst team in the West and in the league, in the Vancouver Canucks.
Vancouver.
just so everyone remembers, 25, 49, and 8.
Oh, so
58
bad.
points. Their power play, 21.8%,
That's
which
it's better
is
than Chicago's.
14th in the league.
That's crazy that they had the 14th power play.
Adjusted was 19.2,
Okay.
13th in the league.
How many points did they have?
What? 58.
Okay, right. I thought it was in the 50s, and they had the 13th best power play. That's
Yes.
insanity. That's like Chicago having the second best penalty kill.
Hold on, let me finish.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Their penalty kill,
Mm-hmm.
71.8.
Barf. Barf.
That is 32nd in the league.
Yeah. Oh man, that's
They're-
it's so bad
they're
it made me start to cough.
They're adjusted,
Nah,
75.4.
it's a little better.
That is 31st in the league.
Hey, take that, whoever is last.
Their goals for it this season,
Mm-hmm.
they scored 216.
Okay, that's not a
That
lot.
is
Yeah.
that is for 30th.
Okay, it's
in
better
the
than
league.
two teams.
Their goals against, 316.
Last.
Yes,
Yeah.
at a
That's a
minus
lot.
100.
Oh my god, minus 100.
Their cap is 21.5 million.
Excuse me, I sneezed.
Their cap is 21.5 million.
Okay, that's still a good chunk of change.
That's a good chunk of change considering your RFAs are P.O. Joseph.
That's it? P.O. Joseph is still an RFA?
Yes,
Oh
he's
my
26.
God.
He is arbitration eligible. He played 31 games. He had 6 points.
Yeah, I had high hopes for him, and he just...
Yeah.
Sorry, I keep sneezing. It just didn't pan out with the Penguins, and just has not panned out with anybody else either.
Also, your UFAs. You have 4.
Hmm.
Evander Kane. I'll wait for your sneeze.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
You're good. You have Evander Kane, your
Uh-huh.
34-year-old winger, who is coming off a 4x5.
Goodbye.
He played 71 games this year at 13 goals, 18 assists for 31 points. Teddy Bluger, 31-year-old center. He's coming off a
Sorry.
2x1.8. He played 35 games this year. He dealt with injuries a lot this year.
Right. They should re-sign him, though. He's a pretty solid defensive forward.
35 games played, 9 goals, 8 assists, 17 points. Curtis Douglas is one of the, G6 UFAs because he's only 26 years old. Jesus Christ,
I'm
get your
sorry.
shit together.
All right, finish Vancouver. I might have to go blow my nose.
Just let it rip.
Uh,
Curtis Douglas is that fighter. He got traded from Tampa.
oh,
he
right.
He played 43 games this year. He had 1 goal, 3 assists, 4 points. And then Derek Forbert, defenseman, 34-year-old defenseman. He was a 1x2 year contract. He only played 2 games before going to LTIR.
Ooh, that
Yeah.
sucks. That's a sad season for him.
Yes. Top players. Oh, to go back to Vancouver. Just for the draft picks. Your top players. All right.
Nobody.
Are a lot.
No one.
Well, again, I'm just going off points.
I know.
Elias Pettersson had the most points this season. 74 games played, 15 goals, 36 assists for 51 points.
Oof. That is not good.
Philip Roenick was number 2 with 82 games played, 8 goals, 41 assists for 49 points.
Oh my
and then Brock
God.
Besser. Yeah, they only had one player get over 50 points this season.
Oh my God.
Brock Besser, 75 games played, 22 goals, 26 assists for 48 points.
Jesus. I think like
Draft
Go ahead. Draft picks.
draft picks. They have 2 first-round picks.
Mhm.
They're owning than Minnesota's. They have 2 second-round picks. They're owning than San Jose's. A third, a fourth, a fifth, 3 sixths, and no sevenths. And I will say, they're going to do the same thing to Nikita Tolopilo that they did to Artur Silovs and lose him for really nothing because they have Thatcher Demko signed long term
Right.
and Kevin Langdon signed long term.
Yeah.
So Tolopilo's got 1 more year at Vetmin before he's a UFA, but yeah, they're gonna lose him for nothing as well, like they did to Silovs.
Silovs was worse because Silovs is 24, so like
that's true.
They fucked up not keeping him and tried to get rid of Lankinen or something. Because he played very well for the Penguins in the playoffs. He played very well at points in the season, and he's still young. So
he won the McCalder Cup.
Yeah, he did almost by himself last year.
Yeah. Guess who did not make Guess who was the worst team in the league in the AHL this past year?
Was it Abbotsford?
Abbotsford.
Oh man,
so yeah.
Vancouver is in so much trouble.
They are in so much trouble. Now, after the draft, Rutherford steps down.
You think so?
He said he would.
Okay.
He will be in an advisory role, but that is after the draft.
That's probably for the best. Jim Rutherford makes some good trades. He's terrible at interviews. I think his trades have kind of gone downhill over the years because the first few years with the Penguins, he made fantastic trades that led to 2 Stanley Cups. After those 2 years, those trades were pretty questionable, leading to him leaving the team.
In front of a mic, he is like...
He's the worst.
Way too honest.
He's the worst.
It's like, shut the fuck up.
Now, we've
talked about it.
We have, yeah. In my opinion, I think you got to just try to get rid of anybody you can at this point. Like, Elijah Pettersson has been out there already, like, a bunch of, like, where's he going to go kind of thing, you know?
Right.
I think you try to get rid of Brock Besser, too. I know he just signed a new contract there, which was puzzling for him to do. I think you try to move him.
Yeah, you try to move him, but he has no movement clause, so what do you want?
Oh, that's totally fair. You try to move Filip Hronek, too. You try to move anything that has value.
I mean, Jake DeBrusk has 2 more. Jake DeBrusk has 2.
You could probably do
2 more years, full no movement.
Oh, God. Yeah, if these guys don't want to leave, they're not going to leave. But
right, like
I think you try to approach them because, like, Hronek, you could definitely get a good return for. Besser, I think you could probably get an okay return for. DeBrusk, probably you could get something serviceable for. Pettersson, I don't know because you got to find somebody that can eat that contract. So I don't know what the return on that is, but like. I think you gotta just kind of do a hard reset with the players you have there and like the mentality, you know. And it's just like you just gotta wipe.
Marcus Pettersson had a bad year, and he's got 3 more years full no move.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot that.
And maybe he can bounce back, but like
he could. I mean, he's like a defensive defenseman, so I think like defensive defensemen who aren't expected to score a lot, I think could have an easier time bouncing back, but. I don't know. I think you got to try to sell off as much as you can. Get draft picks, get prospects. Because Abbotsford is now terrible too. So you got nothing. You got nothing coming.
They're down to a short list for GM finalist. Pierre Dorion is not on it.
Okay, that's good.
I believe he got memed out of it because that was announced that he was on the short list, and the
memes have power. The internet has the power to make teams make a different decision.
So, one of Vancouver's assistant general managers is on the short list. One of Boston's assistant general managers is on the short list. But like, if you're looking for a yes man for the owner, Pierre Dorion would have been the best.
Yes. I think like at some point Aquilini, who is the owner, if in case you guys don't know, has got to. If he wants a good team, he's got to just, like, stop touching it, you know? Let them do, but he won't, so...
but he's a fail son. He's a fail son. So like,
Yeah. And
he was
so many of
born
these
into
guys
rich.
are,
He was born
like,
into wealth, and
huh.
I think the only one who's not is like the Bears owner, like of like Chicago Bears recently. Um,
The Rooney's too. The Rooney's aren't even really that rich for Pittsburgh.
that's true. Yeah.
They're not even really rich. Like they're
No,
comparatively
but
to
like,
all the other owners in the league, they're like poor.
right, but also like, what if
But Art
it's
Rooney the
been?
second is kind of a fail son. I would say
Yeah,
Dan Rooney, who is the official owner before he passed away, was not. Like he carried on his father's legacy.
look,
Art Rooney the second, less so. But
excuse me, second generation doesn't have to be the fail son. Like you can keep
nah,
going. You can keep
that's
going
true. It
until
could
you get a
keep
fail
going
son.
down. Yeah, it could keep going down. Just talking about owners just reminded me. You want to hear something? Has nothing to do with hockey. This is just a funny anecdote. So I watch wrestling. The WWE makes championship belts for every football team, and they send them to them, right?
Yeah.
That look like the WWE belts, but they have the colors and like the symbols of the teams, right? The only team that they won't do it for is the Jacksonville Jaguars, and it's because their owner, I forget his first name, but his last name is
Con.
Khan. Their owner's son is the guy that owns AEW, which is their biggest
Oh wow.
competitor. So they won't send them one, which is the funniest, pettiest shit.
Yeah, but it's a league that was owned by Vince McMahon, so of course.
Yeah, no, Vince McMahon, one of the pettiest people that has ever existed in anything. He's a horrible
Um.
person. But I just think it's so funny. I think it would be funnier to send them one and be like, here, you can have this. This is from us. You know? I think it's funnier to do it. Anyway, that was just, us talking about owners made me think of it. Oh, and, hold on. Another thing. This one does involve hockey, but the WWE's like pay per view that just happened this past weekend was in Tampa,
Yeah.
and like four Lightning players were there with their championship belt, like that the
Right.
WWE
Hmm.
gives that team, and they looked so depressed. The four of them. I can't remember who it was, but like usually, when they show the
It's
people,
like
the celebrities of the
they did
crowd, they're
not
like,
want to be there.
yeah, and those four guys were just sitting there like thumbs up. They were smiling kind of, but they did not look happy.
Oh, there was the Dodgers players who were at the Dancing with the Stars like show.
That's lame.
Kind of the same thing right after they won the World Series.
Yeah.
They're just like, yeah, we're
Hey,
here.
we're here. The best person to see at those WWE events is George Kittle because that motherfucker loves wrestling.
Oh, of course he does.
He's
I have
always
something
right behind the announcers. Okay, I'll get off
for the
wrestling now.
for the game that's going on right now.
Uh-huh.
McCarron for Minnesota lays a hit on Manson. It
Oh,
kind of ends up on.
Manson's back in this game then.
Yes, he is.
He was day to day before that.
McCarron was kind of on top of him, and they were kind of like jostling on the ground. And then Manson butt ends McCarron with his stick in the face.
Welcome back, Josh Manson.
Double minor.
Ooh, good. That's probably a good call.
No, it's an auto butt ending.
Oh, it's an
Butt
auto
ends.
dub reminder. Got it.
No, it's an auto major.
Oh,
The major was called, and they reviewed it to a double minor.
why?
They didn't want. They didn't want to.
They should have kept
It's
it
a
as
playoff
a
game.
major.
It's
Who
a major.
cares? It's a major.
Exactly. It's a
Oh
major.
my god, the refs have no balls. All right, let's move on to our next team. Let's get back on
Which
track.
has been the problem in multiple series.
Of course it is. It's the refs. I actually think the refs have been like not quite as bad as past in these playoffs, right? I think they've actually been doing okay comparatively to previous years.
But then there've been a couple where it's just like,
There's
dog.
like, come on, grow a pair and just call that penalty. Like, come on. He did it.
Absolutely.
You watched him do it.
Like the major was called a review, and they assessed it a double minor. It's just like
I understand calling the major to like get it right because you can drop it down, but in this case, it should have been automatic.
For reference, the rule is a double minor is issued as an attempt to butt end, and an attactional butt end should be a 5-minute major penalty and a game
And game misconduct.
And he absolutely made contact
Come
with
on, refs.
McCarron
Come on.
around the eye.
Of course it was around the eye. It's just, yeah. God damn it, refs. Because there was a penalty in, might have been Flyers Carolina, where it was a slash to the back of somebody's leg. It was a slash. It was not like horrible, but they called a major. And I remember watching it and being like, that is not a major. But they knocked it down to just 2 minutes. I was like, oh,
Which is
okay,
fine.
good. That should not have been called a major at all. It was like it was still a slash, but it's not like he tomahawk chopped him in the back of the knee. It was just like a tap in the back of the knee. But whatever.
That guy went. I remember that guy went down.
He did go down. He sold it a bit. But in either direction, wasn't a major.
No, not at all.
All right, let's go to our next team. And that is the New York Rangers, who were in last place in the Metropolitan Division. As a reminder, they went 34, 39, and 9, 77 points. Didn't write down what place that was in the league. I want to say it was like tied for 5th worst or 4th worst, something like that.
Yeah. I didn't do that for my team.
I forgot for some reason for this one. The Rangers' power play, 24.9%. Good for 5th place, unadjusted. Adjusted, a little worse, 20.7. Still 9th place. Top 10. By far the best power play of a team that did not make the playoffs.
Yeah, absolutely.
Their penalty kill, 79.9%. Good for 15th. Adjusted, 82.3. Good for 14th. So, not a bad penalty kill either. Middle of the pack. As for cap space, they have $26.96 million heading into the offseason, and don't have a ton of free agents. Brodzinski is a free agent. Connor Sheary is a free agent. Johnny Quick is technically a free agent, but he is retiring. And as far as RFAs go, Brendan Schneider. I didn't write this guy's first name down, but Iorio, and then Garand, who is their now backup goalie with Quick retiring. I think all those RFAs are going to be brought back with money to spare.
Yeah.
And even they probably bring back Brodzinski too. He was okay for them this year. As far as draft picks go, they have 2 first-round draft picks. Their own, which is 5th overall, and Dallas, which is tracking to be 27th overall. They have 1 second-round pick, which is Carolina's. 4 third-round picks, their own, the Islanders, LA, and Buffaloes. No 4th-round picks, their own 5th-round pick. 2 6th-round picks, their own in Chicago's. And 1 7th-round pick that belonged to Vancouver. I don't know what the Rangers are going to do this offseason. I think they're going to make some panic moves because they were so bad this year.
I mean, they're not the only team that's going to be making panic
moves.
moves.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. But they seem like a team that's going to... I don't know. I don't trust Drury.
No.
I don't think, has been doing a good job as their general manager. And as far as like UFAs and trades go... I just don't know what they're gonna do really to improve themselves.
No.
And maybe they just maybe they do some depth pieces and they just hope that like JT Miller has a better season, but they need that Lafreniere can bounce back. Maybe they trade Lafreniere. Maybe they trade Adam Fox because he kind of made some illusions.
Apparently he's on the out.
Yeah, he made some illusions that he
I think that's a bad move, but
he didn't really want to be there for a rebuild, which is hilarious because he forced his way out of 2 other teams onto the Rangers, and now he's like, oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the Rangers are gonna do.
I don't know.
I really don't. That's kind of the long and short of it. I really have no clue what the Rangers are going to do with this offseason.
Well, let me talk about another team that I have no idea what they're going to do this offseason. Is the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Oh, yeah.
last in the Atlantic. They 32, 36, and 14 for 78 points. They do also have 22 million in cap. Their power play was 21.3, which was 15th in the league. Their adjusted was 17.8, which was 18th in the league. Their penalty kill was 81.2%, 8th in the league. Adjusted, it was 83.8, which was 11th in the league. So you have a middle of the pack power play, a top of the league penalty kill. Here's some of the problems. Your goals for were 253, which is 17th in the league. That's fine. Middle of the pack.
Yeah.
Your goals against were 299, which is 31st.
Whoo! Only in front of Vancouver.
Vancouver was the only team that had over 300 goals scored against.
Hey.
But again, most of that's 5-on-5 play.
Yeah, that's so much worse.
Yeah, that's a problem. 22 million, and your UFAs aren't a problem because it's Calle Yarnko, the 34-year-old winger who's coming off a 4-year 2x1. He played 56 games this year, 6 goals, 2 assists, 8 points. Troy Stecher, who came over in a trade with Edmonton, right defenseman, coming off a 2-year Vetman deal, 64 games played total throughout the year, 3 goals, 11 assists, 14 points. And then Matt Benning, who did also, I believe, come over in a trade.
I think so, yeah.
He played 1 game and was buried.
Well, yeah.
San Jose, I think it came from San Jose, but he's listed on Puckpedia as buried.
I do love that Puckpedia has that category for buried contracts.
Yeah.
It's just like, wow, that's just a mean place.
Yeah, exactly. Your RFAs, though, you have 2 that'll be an issue. You have Michelli. 25-year-old winger. He played 71 games this year. 14 goals, 25 assists, 39 points. He is arbitration eligible, and his qualifying offer starts at 4.1 million.
How much cap space do they have? Did you say
22?
Okay.
And then you have Nick Robertson, 24-year-old winger, arbitration eligible. His qualifying offer does start at 1.8 million.
Okay.
78 games played, 16 goals, 16 assists for 32 points. Your other RFAs are Quillian, 24-year-old center, left winger. These next RFAs, I have their AHL stats because I wasn't paying attention until the third one.
Okay.
Gotcha. 40 games played for the Marlies, 14 goals, 22 assists, 36 points. I think these next 3 guys only have a couple, like 1 or 2 games in the NHL this year, and didn't put up any points. Verberg, 24-year-old center winger, arbitration eligible, 63 games played, 15 goals, 21 assists, 36 points. And then Villanueva, 24-year-old right defenseman, 61 games played, 3 goals, 27 assists, 30 points, arbitration eligible. Like, those guys can get re-signed.
Sure.
They're on your team now if you're not making any moves.
So with the $22 million in cap space, I mean, you could bring back Robertson and
Michelli,
thank you. I think for probably less than 10 between the two of them, definitely.
Yes.
Probably less than 8, I would think. But Nick Robertson is one of those guys that's like essentially been on the trading block for like 3 years, even though he's only played in the league for 3 years.
Right. Well, he's
a weird situation.
This is like the first year that he hasn't been injured.
Right. So I wonder if they try to use him as bait, as trade bait to do something else, but I don't know what that
Here's
something else is going to be.
something that this was what another podcast was just throwing out.
Okay.
There's probably like
Our
this is
rivals.
probably
I don't know who you're even talking about.
exactly. I don't either because they're not worth it.
Ooh, take that. We're worth it though, right, listeners? Right?
um, again, this is a stupid, kind of a stupid
Trade
thought.
or thought.
Because Seattle has the second overall pick. Not Seattle. San Jose has the second overall pick. If they want to be competitive, they need defensemen.
Yes.
And they need, right shot defensemen are so hard to get.
Yes.
So there is the thought of San Jose trading that second pick for someone worth it.
Yeah, I've seen that kind of being talked about. Yeah.
These idiots suggested Austin Matthews.
I saw somebody else mention that San Jose tried to use that to get Jason Robertson. I'm like, scoring an offense is not San Jose's problem.
It's
They
not
don't
their
need
problem.
Matthews. They don't need Robertson. They have
Like,
a bunch of young guys that can score like nobody's business. They don't have any defensemen
they
at
have
all.
no defensemen. Like, for puck moving defensemen that are out there, like Vancouver, Philip Roenick. Like,
Sure,
Roenick and some other pieces.
Yeah,
Roenick
Roenick by himself is not worth the second
it's
overall
not
pick.
worth it. But Roenick's 28. He's under 30.
Sure. Roenick plus some other stuff
Beal
would make more sense. Would make a lot more sense.
Yeah, Roenick plus Zeev Beam, even though they just got him.
Yeah, they shouldn't do that, but
they shouldn't.
Even that's still not worth the second overall pick.
No, because there's a good there's a chance that McKenna does fall to third.
We discussed it last week, and then I saw somebody else. Oh, I think it was Saravalli, who is a known just throwing
Idiot.
shit out there guy.
But
like it did like make me feel seen that he listens to this podcast. I knew you do, Frank. I could see you.
We're so sorry we've dogged on you the way we have. You're our age and you look like shit.
I love the apology into the fuck you. But he said something similar. I didn't read into all of it, but I think he probably agreed with what we were saying, where it was like it makes more sense for Toronto to target a defenseman. It makes even more sense for San Jose to target a defenseman. So, like, realistically, logically, McKenna could fall to third. I don't think he will. I think Toronto will take him at number one, but there is a chance, right?
But you gotta realize McKenna is a winger, a playmaking winger. He's not gonna be McDavid. Like,
no,
you guys.
He's gonna be good, but he's not.
Those expectations.
Yeah, those expectations came down quite a bit this year when he was playing against like actual adults in college.
Well, it came back up.
It came back up. He's still gonna be good. Like, I'm not dogging on McKenna, but some of these other players in the draft caught up to him, right?
Yeah.
Two of the defensemen, who's it? Reed and
guy,
Verhoff. Caught up to it. Verhoff is who you're talking about. Yeah. Oh, and then Stenberg is the other forward.
Stenberg is who I was talking about.
So Vancouver consolation price, you could get Stenberg, who is supposed to be pretty good.
Absolutely.
So, because if San Jose takes a forward at number 2, like that's crazy. That's crazy move. They got to take one of the top defensemen at that pick. In my opinion, it makes no sense to take a forward there.
We're not talking about San Jose. We're talking about Toronto.
Yeah, I know.
But it's my fault.
Tis the season of like ridiculous trades that random people online are throwing out there.
Yeah, and again, you're not gonna get what you want for any of the guys that are worth anything other than Matthew Knies, which you should not be trading.
No. Matthew Knies plus a little bit could be worth the second overall pick.
Yeah.
But I don't
Uh,
know why San Jose would want Matthew Nyes when they need defensemen.
no.
So,
But
hey,
like
they can
your
have Eric
defense,
Carlson back. They want Eric Carlson
your
back. He had a pretty good
they they do not.
year.
Um,
I know.
but like
Uh,
you got this defense is so bad. Riley Morgan for 4 more years,
Morgan
7.5
Riley.
million.
Morgan Riley is his name.
Did I say Riley Morgan?
Yes, you did.
Oh man, that's roof. That's rough.
That's Roof.
Um, that's super roof. Um, Morgan Riley, 4 more years, 7.5 million, full no move clause.
Yeah.
Um, Jake McCabe, 4 more years, trade protected. Chris Tanev, 4 more years, no move clause. Like, oof.
Yeah. That defense is bad in Toronto. It just doesn't.
I don't know what they're gonna do.
I don't know because
Um,
like I.
I don't know how you
Once
fix
again,
this.
the UFAs, none of them are going to fix this. Like the free agents that are out there, they're not going to fix your defense.
No, you have to make moves to fix this, and I don't know what you do.
And I don't even know who would be like available to make those moves. You know what I mean? Like defensemen that are
Right.
going to be worth it. You want Chris Letang? You can have Chris Letang.
No one should want a Chris Letang.
Yeah, you're right.
Look, I've been saying Chris Letang has been washed for
I
almost
mean,
a decade.
well, it hasn't been a decade that he's been washed, but 4 years, 5 years, yeah, maybe. Um,
I was saying it back in 2018. But
uh, yeah, I agree. I have no idea what Toronto's
I
gonna
don't
do
know
in the
what this
offseason. I
Toronto's
just
gonna
don't
do.
know.
Like,
I don't think
you're
it will
not
be
gonna get.
nothing good because John Chaika is running the show, so it's not gonna be anything good.
Well,
And
maybe if it even if he does make good moves, again, if Matthews doesn't want to be here, he's got a full no move clause, which means you're not going to get the value
yeah,
that you
he
deserve.
gets to dictate
Same
where he
with
goes.
same with Nylander. Like if they don't want to be there anymore,
Same with Morgan Riley. I mean, you probably could trade
Riley,
Morgan Riley
Tavares, like
to somebody, but Morgan Riley has a full no move clause, so he is going to go where he wants to go, which
and if he doesn't
really
want to go
limits.
anywhere,
Yeah, you fucked.
tough.
Yeah. Oh
Those
man.
are those are Dubas contracts, I will say.
Yeah, but Dubas is like hands. Oh, excuse me.
but
Hands
it was
were
a
kind
different
of.
era.
It was a different
It was
era.
it was
Toronto's
like
making the playoffs. You know,
it
like
was it was also flat cap.
it was flat
If
cap.
you want
He
guys to take
also.
less money,
uh,
you got to give no moves.
Yeah, and remember, Dubas had to put everything through Shanahan and Keith Petley, or no, not Keith Petley,
Not good.
uh, not at that point. Had to go through Shanahan for everything too. So like, maybe he didn't want to do some of these things, but Shanahan was like, too fucking bad. We're doing that.
Yeah, exactly.
So you never know,
Who
but
knows?
Dubas has criticisms that he can get for his time in Toronto, obviously.
Especially early in Toronto. Like
Yeah,
you can grow and learn.
yeah,
Like
absolutely. Yeah, he made mistakes. No discounting that. But and I mean,
tree living did not help them.
past this number one pick, where they'll get presumably McKenna, they don't have their draft picks the next 2 years,
No,
where they will still be bad. So
they will still be bad.
they're going to miss out on probably top 15 picks the next 2 years at worst, right?
I don't like.
And at best, those are going to be top 10, top 5 picks again. So
Yeah, I don't know.
there's no getting back those draft picks.
If Toronto bounces back,
They could.
which they could, but like again, who falls off?
I don't know because you have younger teams ahead of them in Buffalo and Montreal. Florida's going to be
And
back next
Ottawa,
year.
like
Ottawa
Florida's
is going to be a
healthy.
playoff team again next year. Tampa Bay is still there. Boston is still there. That's all teams in your division. And then on top of that, like Pittsburgh and Philadelphia, if they continue the upward trajectory of this past season, are going to be there fighting for a playoff spot. Columbus will be around. Washington will be around. There's all these teams that you have to leapfrog in some way.
Detroit will be
Columbus too.
around. Detroit will be around to fall off in the end.
Yep.
Like,
but they'll be there. They'll be there to mess
they'll
things
be
up
there.
at some point.
Absolutely.
Uh,
They'll spend a lot of a good amount of like first quarter of the season at number one spot.
the Rangers could bounce
it.
back too and make it a problem too. Like the East is gonna be a mess again next year because the only team that I think you could definitely say is going to be in the playoffs is Carolina. Everyone else is a toss-up because all the Atlantic teams are going to beat each other up for playoff spots. I have no idea who will be 1 through 3 in the Atlantic next
is
year.
Buffalo going to be able to do this again? Like,
or is Florida just going to be back? Is Tampa Bay going to be up there? Is Boston going to be up there? It's like,
yeah,
maybe Toronto can bounce back and make the playoffs next year. That's a definite possibility, but there's so many teams ahead of them right now.
There was like this entire season, I was waiting for the other shoe to drop for Boston. I've said this before. Like I said this the entire season. I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop, and they got 100 points. Like,
yep. So, yeah, I don't know. Toronto's in a bad way right now.
Yeah, they're not in a good spot.
They're not in a good spot. All of their top players are not happy to be there. So,
and I think upper management thinks this year is a fluke, and
I don't agree. I don't
agree with that anymore.
All right. Well,
top players.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Top players and then drafts. Top players: Willie Nylander, 65 games played, 30 goals, 49 assists, 79 points. John Tavares, 82 games played, 31 goals, 40 assists, 71 points. And then Matthew Knies, 73 games played, 23 goals, 43 assists, 66 points. I will say, with not making the playoffs this year, hopefully Austin Matthews gets to actually rest.
Hopefully. And then I'm sure in his mind he's like, hopefully I'll be on a different team next year.
Like, that's fair, but like, if he comes back and plays the season, like, I think he can come back because he was 4th in points and he only played 60 games. So like, hopefully his back and his it's more time for his back and his wrist.
Yeah. All right. What are their draft picks? Tell me. I mean, I know they have the number 1 pick.
They have the number 1 pick. They have a first, a second, a third, and a fourth. 2 fifths, 1 sixth, nothing else.
Yikes. All right. Well,
yep.
Thank you guys for listening. As always, we can be found wherever podcasts are found. Give us a rate, review, subscribe, wherever applicable. We will be back next week with whatever is happening in the second round of the playoffs. Might be over by then. Could possibly be over by then. And we'll have some more season wrap-ups and talking about teams that have bleak outlooks because we're still in the bottom of the standings.
Yeah.
Anyway, we will see you guys next week at the same puck time.
Same puck place.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.